Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Debs. Thank you for coming back, and if you're new here, welcome. Today I'm going to be talking about a coat I am making. I'm making the Mulberry Coat pattern. Hey mama! Did it say bedtime yet? What was that?
That was my leggings.
Anyway, so today I'm going to be talking about the Mulberry Coat pattern. This is the pattern. It's from the PatternLine company. It's just a basic, well, let me not say basic because it's anything but basic. It's a classic coat. It's got, it's just got the classic color, the lapel, and then a belt. Minimal seams because we are using a double wool fabric. Now, what is a double wool fabric, you ask? Well, I hope you're asking because buckle your seats. It's time for an introduction to double wool fabrics. Anyways, this is the fabric I'm going to be using. It's a lovely green fabric. A double wool fabric is a wool fabric that is basically made up of 2 layers of wool. So they're sewn together. Hopefully you can see here. So this is the coat, not the coat, this is the fabric. But then because it's so thick, this is about 540 grams per meter square. So the way you handle it, you split it at the seams, so that way the seams are not too thick, but then you still get the benefit of the thick fabric, and it's so warm, really warm. So many times you'll find the wools mixed with, say, cashmere. Sometimes you'll have it like full 100% cashmere. So yesterday I went to London and I went to Selfridges and I had a look at some of the coats. Before going to Selfridges, I went to Reese and there was a double wool coat there, but it didn't feel as luxurious as the ones I'm going to talk about later. It was a wool and polyester mix. I think it was 70% wool and then 30% polyester. If I want to take the time to make myself a coat, why should I have it mixed with polyester? I don't know. People select fabrics for different reasons, but I don't have time. So if I want to sew, I'm going to sew with the best fabrics I can afford. And for me, that is natural fibers. I'll go with silks, I'll go with cottons, I'll go with linens, viscose is technically not natural, but it's derived from the pulp of natural materials. And I'll go, did I mention silk? Silk. So for me, this wool is a 100% wool. This is actually an Jill Sander wool that I got from one of my fabric suppliers. Oh, if you don't know, I have a fabric shop called Selvage and Balls. I'll put a link down below. But I didn't stock this because one, they didn't have a lot, and then the shipping and everything, and I didn't know if there was going to be demand for it, but I'm thinking there's a lot of demand now, so probably when I go to Italy next month I'll look for some double wool fabrics, because I know like most of the fabrics come from Italy anyways, and I have a really good Italian supplier who carries a lot of wools, so I'll have a look there. But this fabric, oh my god, just true. But the color is amazing. I think the color looks really good on my skin. What do you think? So yes, back to the double fabric. Brands that I have seen to use this fabric a lot, MaxMara. Like in Selfridges yesterday, almost all the coats they had double wool. Chloe, Totem, The Row, Lower Piana also do it too. Brunello Cucinelli will also do it, but they're so expensive. I can't afford it. I can't even afford this one. Well, I can't afford this if it's made by the designer, but I can afford to sew my own, which is really good because, well, what's the point in sewing if you can't make something really fanciful for yourself? So this is going to be a really good one for me. With double wool fabrics, you normally don't line them because they don't really need all the internal structures that you get with, say, regular wools, because they're already quite thick. They're already, the fact that it's two wools joined, combined or sewn together gives it enough structure. You really don't need all the interfacings here, the interlinings there and all that. So the pattern that we're making, the Mulberry Coat pattern, we are not lining it, but we are lining the sleeves, because what Eva said was that it's more comfortable if you're inserting your hands into a sleeve that is lined. That way it makes it so much easier to I'm doing a video.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay, that's okay. Shut my door, Noah. Shut my door, please.
You didn't read your...
Yeah.
You forget my bag.
The joys of motherhood. Anyways, they are on half term, so they're home. It's night, actually. They're supposed to be in bed, but they're jumping around like lunatics. Now I've lost my train of thought. So I was talking about wools, I was talking about the linings, it not being lined, and oh yes, the sleeves. The sleeves are lined in this pattern though. The sleeves are lined, and we have 8 main pattern pieces: the front panel, the side panel, the back panel, the top collar, the collar stand, top sleeve, under sleeve, and the belt. And then for the lining, you only have the top sleeve lining, the under sleeve lining, the pocket lining, and then the bias. Which reminds me, when I went to Selfridges yesterday and I had a look in Chloe and MaxMara, I wanted to see how they constructed their pockets. So the pocket we're doing is similar to the one that I found in the Chloe coat. So the outside of the pocket is not the same. With this pattern that we're making, it's an inseam pocket, so it's hidden. You just put your hands inside. But then the way it's constructed inside, you sew it to the lining, and then you use a bias tape to attach it to the fabric. Does that make sense? But with the Chloe one, you can see that there's a pocket from the outside, but the pockets inside is done the same way. I did take video, so I'll try and put the video of the pockets from the Chloe coat. Now the MaxMara coats, there are so many of them. They had different treatments for the pockets. Some of them were patch pockets, some of them were inseam pockets, but the way they constructed their pocket inside, the pocket is done separately and it isn't attached to the body of the pocket is not attached to the body of the coat itself. So the pocket is done separately, but it's sewn into the inseam at the side, but then it's attached to the coat by using a thread loop. Again, I'll put the video. So I am going to, in this video, I'm going to show you how I pre-treat this fabric. I'm using the London method. So there are different recommendations on how you can pre-treat your fabric. For an expensive, let's say if I was working with cashmere, I wouldn't be hand washing it. I'll be so scared. I'll probably take it to the dry cleaners for them to steam press it, or because I'm using this wool fabric that isn't as precious as like 100% cashmere, I'm going to steam press it. So the London shrinking method, I'll put links to descriptions of it. Right, so the matter of pre-treating the fabrics, Era recommended this book. This is Classic Tailoring Techniques by, what's his face, Roberto Cabrera and Patricia Myers. They talk about the important, well, it's a book on tailoring. It's quite good. They talk about different things about fabric cutting, layouts, the seams, the fit, the tailoring techniques, the importance of muslin and all that. For the fabric, they don't really do much. They're only like from page 57 to page 62. They talk about selecting the fabric, properties of woven fabrics, the grain, straightening the grain, shrinkage, and the nap. However, the shrinkage, which is on page 61, that is where they talk about pre-treating the fabric. So they talk about you have to take the coat to a dry cleaners. I'm not taking my coat to the dry cleaner. I ain't got the time, I ain't got the money, and to me it's not worth it. So I will not be doing that. But oh, I just hit myself. This book is amazing. Couture, The Art of Fine Sewing. Here they talk about pre-shrinking. I'm a hot mess. Here they talk about she talks about pre-shrinking, but this book, please, if you don't have this book, go and find it. The book is amazing. There's a lot of wisdom in this book. It's the Couture, The Art of Fine Sewing by Roberta Carr. She's sadly not with us anymore, but she left a lot of knowledge in this book. Let's talk about how I'm going to pre-shrink my fabric. I will be using steam to pre-shrink the fabric. In this book, this Couture, The Art of Fine Sewing, she recommends 3 methods. She says you could either wash it and dry it in your dryer using, of course, the right temperature and the right detergents, or you could take it to the dry cleaners. I ain't doing that. Or you could London shrink. Madam is sleeping. Or you could London shrink it. So that's probably what I'm going to do. Soak it up for a couple of hours, 8 hours or overnight, and then lay it flat and press until it's dry. That's what I'm going to do. In the next video, I'm going to show you my muslin. I've already made the muslin, but I don't have time to show you my muslin today. I'm tired. I'm going to bed. I'll show you the muslin I have made, which is actually, I would recommend you make a muslin when you're making a coat, or if you're doing a pattern that you haven't made before. I highly recommend a muslin, because then you can know which areas fit you well, which ones don't. You can know if you need to reduce stuff by how many centimeters or inches, if you need to lengthen stuff. Like with this coat, actually, let me just wear the muslin. This is my muslin. It's a generously sized coat. It is basically an oversized wrap coat. So I'm quite happy with the fit, and I will be making it shortly. So there you are. That's the coat I will be making. Ta-da! I even went ahead and I colored it because I'm a child. And then this is the fabric I will be using. It's gorgeous, gorgeous. You've seen it before, but I just want to see it again. I want you to enjoy while I stroke my fabric. So, see you in the next video. And if you haven't watched the previous video I did, I'm going to link it. It's really good. A lot of you really loved the video, and you said you wanted to see more inspirational videos where I match patterns to designer styles or styles for the runway. I will be doing that. I'm working on a video where I take one of the patterns I showed in that video and make 7 items. So 1 pattern and 7 outfits from that 1 pattern. Very easy. You'll see it and you'll love it. But yes, do come back next time. Thank you. Bye.